Reaction to the landmark case can be felt all across the Bay Area. Our own Marcus Washington, who joins me for Race in America, our series, talked with Monte Poole about the verdict.
I think now that people are awake and aware of what's going on, that, these situations are happening. We all thought, I think 30 years ago, even many within the black community probably thought, well, if the police said this, then that's what happened. But we know that's not the case anymore. Now, the Rodney King situation, we all saw that. And, even me, I was just a kid at that time, and I didn't understand how these officers were able to just walk away. But I think now more people are awake, more people are listening. I think we are having these conversations, and it took people within, the sports field to take a stand. It took them really taking a knee during the national anthem. It took them protesting during games. It took all of that for people to pay attention. And I think a lot of times we hear the people say, I don't mind people doing this, but just not during my games or not during this situation. There's a time and place for that. Well, you know what? There's always the time and there's always the place for justice and bringing awareness to that. And I think that's why we are seeing a change, because so many people are putting it in your face, and you can't say now, I didn't know.
Yeah, this was, when you look at the evidence, this was always going to be a slam dunk case, at least in terms of rational thought. You saw it on video. You saw how long his knee was on the man's neck. You saw it to the point where it wasn't just that his knee was on his neck. He was on his neck full force. His foot was off the pavement. He was putting that much force on the man's neck, and the man died. And then his defense attorneys basically tried to say that, well, there were these extenuating circumstances, his health, his heart, his past drug abuse, all these things, when in fact, it was almost like a public lynching in a sense, because so many people witnessed this, and it came out on video, and we all saw this, and it sparked not just national demonstrations, but global demonstrations. So the last thing I want to ask you, Marcus, is this. When you look at what we're looking forward to now, how much of an impact do you think this day might make as we move forward?
I'm fearful. I don't know. That's the thing. I look at it and I say, well, hopefully this means that every case will truly be judged or looked at in this way, that we see the evidence in front of us. But honestly, history has shown us, I don't know. And that's where the fear comes in from all of this. Even though this is a moment where we've seen guilty, but it still is fear, because sadly, I'm scared that this is going to happen again. And just think about it. It happened, Dante Wright, just 10 miles from where the trial was taking place. A situation, again, police officers mistakenly used their gun, taking a life. So honestly, Monte, I don't know.
Now the question will be, where do we take it from here? So we all hope at some point that it gets better. It's better than it was 30 years ago, but there's a long way to go.